this gun is expensive, and recently folks are saying it's really powerful, one of the best SMGs, if not one of the best primaries in the game. That makes people wonder, is this a pay-to-win element of Helldivers 2? The weapon in question is the MP98 Knight SMG, only attainable from the Super Citizen Edition DLC. The price tag on this DLC is $20. It does come with the Steel the Veteran War Bond that if you already own, you can contact support and ask for 1,000 super credits, as far as I know, making it $10. I got it, let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. I tested it versus every faction, and here's what I found when it comes to attachments. Optics. I love the 2x versus Automatons. When using the ballistic shield and the 2x, you can zoom in and it gets rid of the box you're looking through and gives you a better image. Every other sight gives you a whopping 3 ergonomics boost and not much zoom. So if you go into first person at all, I recommend 2x. If you don't, you want to have more ergonomics. Although 62 to 65 is not a noticeable difference on this gun. Underbarrel. Vertical foregrip is the best option. If you like flashlights though, you'll only be dropping down 2 ergonomics to get the flashlight. Muzzle is a bit interesting for this gun. Looking at compensator, you'll see the first 4 bullets are fired very close to the starting point of the weapon. That is ideal for anything that requires precision and can die quickly. Examples being automatons, devastators. Their faces are the weak point that requires accuracy, but they're pretty quick to take out if you can land the shots. That's why I like compensator for that faction. For every other faction, Terminate, Illuminate, I'm leaning more towards muzzle brake, but it varies. I prefer extended magazine. I can shoot more often, reload less, and I get more ammo if I'm not wearing Siege Ready. With Siege Ready, I'll have more ammo with short magazine. Not by a lot though, it's muy poquito, not a big deal. Automatons were insanely fun to fight the moment I changed the build up. Not to bring stratagems that kill things for me, because the whole point was to use the Knight SMG the most I could and get as many kills with it without relying on anything else. But I was using the wrong stuff at first. I had Siege Ready armor, which is good, but that's basically it. Automatons, they got bullets, they got rockets. I have no cover from that, and I'm using an SMG that doesn't have that much range because of drag. You can kill things far range, or from range, even on automatons especially, but all the while you're taking damage yourself that you probably shouldn't be. A piece of the puzzle I was missing is ballistic shield. You can now block bullets coming from the front of you, for the most part. Sometimes you get a certain angle and it can hit you, but in general, that's one direction where damage will be greatly reduced. Rockets are gonna be the bane of your existence still. They hit the shield and still do what seems to be the full damage to you, and if not full damage, it's close enough to it. If a rocket shredder hits your shield, you are going to die. Unless you start equipping explosive resist armor. If you're rocking the ballistic shield, your goal is to be a moving wall. Why not take heavy armor to make yourself a bit slower, but also take reduced damage and live longer? That's what I opted to do, and the moment I did, I had a lot more fun using this weapon. It's just enjoyable to go for headshots in a different playstyle, because normally I rock the Diligence. I'm a big Diligence enthusiast, but this was enjoyable too. Do be aware, the durable damage on Knight isn't that great. So if you're trying to spray and pray on the few monsters you can, such as the Berserkers that have the chainsaw hands, it's going to take a lot of bullets to kill one person. You're way better off going for headshots. You can take out Devastators from their feet, even with light pin weapons, because they don't seem to have armor there, or it's just light pin armor, so you can damage that. But ideally, headshots are what you want to be hitting. If you're playing on higher difficulties, you run into rocket striders that have rockets that you can shoot using a light pin weapon. You break one and they die. Most of the time. They live through it occasionally. I'm not sure why exactly. It could just be a random occurrence that shouldn't be happening but does. Oh well. But this means you can use the Knight SMG, a light pin weapon, and kill every single automaton, and it feels kind of fun. Granted, if they give you a chance to equip FMJs or some kind of ammunition that gives you medium pin, you could go into a lower difficulty and be facing scout striders that only shoot ballistic laser weapons of some kind that you can block using your ballistic shield. I did try to use the directional shield. The giant one expands sideways, left and right. It's too dang big, so it's catching more shots than it should. Enemies that would miss you are now hitting your shield, breaking it quicker. And it goes down very fast. Illuminate require a much more sophisticated approach, such as shooting it until it stops moving. The catch is, it takes a lot more bullets to make it stop moving. Imagine for a moment, Meat Bob is running you down, and all you can do is run away yourself. You do so, but you realize you can turn back and shoot him with the SMG. Knight in this case. Max magazine. So you do, unloading rounds. full mag goes by and you realize he's still chasing in hot pursuit unfazed. So you reload, resume firing. Then and only then does he fall over after about 125 shots, which is exactly why you should probably bring the supply backpack. It'll assist you when you have exactly 7 problems that can be taken down very quickly using thermites. 1 thermite plus a few night shots, it goes down. That works for basically every gun, but it's one option to make them not as tanky and still giving you the ability to shoot them if you want. Kneecapping Voteless is very fun with a night SMG. A lot of ammo, pretty quick reload speed when using Siege Ready, and you shoot them in the legs about 3 times, I believe, and all of a sudden they're cut down to size and they're crawlers that you can simply out-walk while crouched. And they bleed out over time. And shooting for the legs means that they get cut in half dang near instantly and the bullets don't get eaten up by the body and go for the Voteless behind them. So you're saving ammunition and also having a more fun experience because you're not getting ran down as much because they can't run no more. What day do Overseers love to skip? Leg day, precisely. Go for the legs on any Overseer on the ground who isn't moving a whole lot. It's a much faster kill time, and you don't have the issue where the chest, for instance, can have the arm block the shots. They can shield it if it's the baton, Wukong enthusiast Overseers. That's not great for kill time. Legs are the play if they ain't moving that much. If they're closing the gap to hit you with a Tiger Woods 2-piece combo, it's going to take you a lot of bullets to put them down. Probably around 25% of your 70-round magazine. There is a hidden but niche tech to make Overseers a lot easier to hit. Arc Thrower. It works great on the flying dudes that normally drift in the sky and be circle strafing around you. Hit them once, they're concussed, and you can usually beam them down with the weapon. Ideally go for the chest in this situation, because going for the legs, even while they're stunned, it's kind of tough to do in the air. On the ground, though, leg shots aren't a bad option. Bugs were not that fun. You cannot choose the seed you get, so if you happen upon Bile Spewer, Nursing Spewer, Alpha Commander, Hive Guard spam with a light pin SMG, it takes a backseat in gameplay, something fierce. You also have the factors of SMG to deal with. Drag, you can't shoot enemies for max damage from that far away, and Sway. That doesn't just affect you when you're moving, making your aim worse. It also has an effect if you sprint for about 2 seconds, stand still and go to shoot real quick. The reticle takes a while to go back to its place, and a while in reference to what's happening in the gameplay. You're getting chased down by the bugs. Their whole point is to run you down. All of them. So this faction's hunting you down, you're running away, and you're trying to hit precise shots to kill them in a fast fashion with a gun that has low durable damage and an ammunition problem if you don't have a supply backpack. If you bring a guard dog rover, gas grenades, they'll help you for sure, but that's going to be doing a lot of killing for you, to the point that you don't even need to shoot your gun in the first place. How in the world could the Night SMG be seen as good against this faction? I don't see it. I'd rather use Diligence. Way more damage, way more accuracy while moving. It's kind of sad that a marksman rifle will let me be more accurate while mobile than an SMG, but that's just the current design choices they're making. Now, armors. I went over it a little bit in the video. Siege Ready is ideal for every faction. There's some caveats. If you're rocking a ballistic shield against automatons, you want to take explosive resist armor for sure. And that's basically all the armors there really are. The loadout is pretty straightforward. I'm taking Night, Crisper versus automatons and illuminate with thermites. Bugs, probably Night, grenade pistol, and thermites, or gas grenades. Night is an 8 out of 10. In enjoyment, it is a ton of fun to put bullets down range, but you'll quickly realize it's got insanely low durable damage, a lack of ammunition. Regardless of wearing Siege Ready and using different magazines, it doesn't change a whole lot. And the sway increase and drag are putting a damper on how much fun you can have and how useful you can make the weapon. If you're comparing it to other assault rifles and SMGs, and not primaries in general, it's good. But if you're going off of the over-encompassing how it stacks up against every other primary, it's probably a 5 out of 10, maybe a 6. To other assault rifles, SMGs, possibly a 7, maybe an 8. Depends on what you're doing and your perspective. I'm viewing it from how good is it against chaff enemies. I am not saying it should kill every enemy insanely quickly. I don't know why people get that idea. I'm going over how it can handle the things it can handle for a light pen weapon, and realistically, not that great. Because automatons, you have to get pretty close to do meaningful damage. And for basically everything, you have to be crouching to be accurate. That's kind of whack for an SMG. It is nice you can use it with one-handed items, ballistic shields and whatnot. Unfortunately, it's just ballistic shield because the other options, the other directional shield is kind of bad. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a good day.